Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmer here for my second video of the night. Once again here on the Peter Gilmer YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmer. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and now Instagram. And share this video all over the internet. But most importantly, tap that bell to turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And that's all you gotta do. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell, don't forget to subscribe, and friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Twitter link down below, and my Instagram, which is now down below as well. So do it now. All right. Very interesting day here in the Northeast. We had a nor'easter. For those of you who don't know, if you live in the Northeast, hopefully you're digging out. Kind of stopped snowing here in the last hour or two here in the Northeast, but still got a lot of snow. Not in my area. Didn't get a lot. Doesn't feel like a lot. I mean, if I looked outside just now, I know roads are not that bad, but my sidewalk and my front yard still got to be cleaned. So I'll do that tomorrow morning before I go to my doctor appointment. So I'll do that. And I lost my internet for 3 hours because it was snowing so damn hard. But thankfully I got it back right around what time did I get it back? About an hour ago I got my internet back, which was good because I did a video before this. Basically talking about that my internet went out, so I was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to do this video or any videos for the next day or two because the power lines all fucked up. But thankfully it came back on, and now I'm here doing my second video, and on the desktop instead of my phone. I mean, I don't mind doing it on the phone, but without Wi-Fi, I still put up the video. Thankfully, I had my router worked, and I was able to put up the video. So if you want to watch that, check it out after the video. And I'm not gonna put the link. Just go watch my last video and do that. And that's all I gotta say about that. And I talked a little bit about AEW. I was watching AEW while I was doing a video, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. So check out the video, and that's all it is about that. So I'm glad the internet is back, because I would have been very pissed. That's all I can say about that. All right, thank you all for joining. Hope you had a great Wednesday. If you're not in the Northeast, but if you're anywhere else, hopefully you had a great day. I know most of the southern U.S. got a lot of rain. Sucks to be you, but yeah. So we're gonna be digging out for the next couple of days here in the Northeast. Gonna be very cold the next 2 days, and then it's gonna get a little bit warmer, not too much, but we're supposed to get some rain on Tuesday, so whatever we got today will probably be gone by then, hopefully. And that is saying rain on my birthday, which is next week, a week from actually this recording, so next Thursday. Excuse me, it's my birthday, so that's awesome. Might do a video early in the day, just to say hello, and might do a video on Instagram, just wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and all that, because I'll probably be tired as fuck. Christmas Day, probably staying home all day. Though hopefully I'm off. Supposedly I'm off, so I don't know. But so gonna, if I'm off, hopefully I'll just stay home. It's supposed to be a mix here on Christmas, so I might get a little bit of a white Christmas. It is what it is. But hopefully I'm off, and then just stay home with the missus and enjoy Christmas. And hopefully you guys have a great Christmas. Hopefully all my Jewish friends had a great Hanukkah. Tomorrow's the final day of Hanukkah, so that's all nice and dandy. And that's it. So that's all I gotta say about that. All right. We got my good buddy Nick Infante92 in the chat. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Thanks for joining. And anybody else who wants to join in can join in. And that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Wednesday night, December the 16th, 2020, or if you're now watching from somewhere else, it is December the 17th, 2020. Like I said, 1 week away from Christmas Eve and 1 week away from Christmas. A little over a week away from Christmas, so hopefully you're getting your last-minute Christmas shopping done. I still gotta do mine. Might be doing it. I might do it this weekend, but we'll see. But because I'm gonna be so busy the next 3-4 days, so may or may not be able to get it done. So, but that's all I gotta say about that. But that's that. All right, Nick's doing good. That's awesome. That's very awesome. Thank you, Nick, for supporting me and joining in the chat. All right, like I said, on this late Wednesday night, it is time for you, as always on Wednesday nights. It is time, the best night of the week, by the way, next to Friday. Not because of wrestling. Well, Wednesday is the best night of wrestling, but it is what it is. So on this late Wednesday night, as always on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, it is time for your late night AEW Dynamite review for December the 16th, 2020 from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. And it's pretty cold in Florida, isn't it? In northern Florida, not southern Florida. I'm talking about northern Florida. A lot of people wearing those jackets, kind of cold down in Florida at this time of year. Unless you're in, like I said, southern Florida or in the well, not mainly the West Coast. Like, it doesn't get too cold if you're in Arizona. Because it gets I think the lowest it gets in the winter is like 60 degrees, I think. 60, 70 degrees. And in Florida, like southern Florida, like Miami, gets to, I think the coldest it gets is about maybe 60, 65. So it pays to live in Arizona and Florida, doesn't it? You don't have to get away from the snow. Well, you can live in California too, It gets cold there in California during the winter. Not too cold, but at least you don't get snow or anything like that. But anywhere else, you get snow. And a lot of it. And, winter's supposed to start, I think, on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday is when the winter solstice starts. So, yep, winter is coming. No pun intended with AEW 2 weeks ago. But yeah, winter is coming, and Christmas is coming. New Year's Eve is coming in 2 weeks. So finally, the end of this fucking year is done, and hopefully, 2021 is a better year. Hopefully, but you still got this fucking virus to deal with. We got the vaccine out. Not guys like me and you won't be getting it yet, so probably January or February, but the essential workers and the first responders are getting it. And there was somebody in Alaska that got an allergic reaction to it today. Had to be hospitalized, but they're doing okay. So really not that effective. Isn't it? I'm telling you, I'm giving this 6 months. 6 months. If we don't see results, fuck this vaccine. Just saying. Just saying. And there's no way in hell I'm getting the vaccine. No way. Unless my job, forces us to get it. Then I'll have to get it because I don't want to get fired. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. So that's it. All right. Let's get to the review. Let's not waste any more time because I gotta wake up a little. I don't have to wake up that early, but I gotta wake up a little early tomorrow because I gotta go to the doctor and then gotta do some other stuff, and then I go to work after that at the evening shift. A couple hours, not that too long, thankfully. But Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, yeah, long hours. It sucks. But making the money you wish you had. And some of you need jobs and lives. You know who you are. But that's it. All right. AEW tonight, coming off last week's episode, which did pretty well, the ratings. I mean, another 900,000 views. Beat out Monday Night Raw in the demo. So I think it's the first time in many years that the WWE got beat out in the by another company in the demo. Raw did 1.5 million views. Pfft. Garbage. Garbage. The company is fucking garbage. That's it. Like I said, all they have is NXT and maybe SmackDown. But SmackDown hasn't been that great lately. It's like, it is what it is. So that's it. So another week of AEW, and tonight's episode wasn't the best, but still a good show. Still a good show for what it was. We had it was supposed to be a 14-man, I think the first time ever, 14-man tag team match between the Inner Circle taking on the Best Friends and Friends, the Varsity Blondes, and who was it? Best Friends, Varsity Club. That's 4. And I believe now I have to look this damn fucking match up. Give me 1 second. Top Flight as well. So we got that. We had Cody Rhodes in action. New father to be Cody Rhodes. I'll get to that in a second. Bastard. We had Kenny Omega, a no disqualification match with Joey Janela. Second time they've had a no disqualification match. They had one way back when on Dark. That was probably one of the best matches on Dark. We had that. We also had an altercation with Eddie Kingston and the family with Lance Archer and Ray Fenix and a good friend Pentagon Jr., the man who has zero. And we had the return of Pac again. We had that. We also had SCU taking on the Acclaimed. A pretty decent match. We also had women's action. a women's tag team match. We also heard from the beautiful Thunder Rosa, and she had another altercation with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. So we'll talk about that. I'll talk about it in a little bit. And what happened here? Well, look there with the notification, but it is what it is. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So let's get into it. Don't waste any time. And let me get back to my notes, and let's go. All right. So we start off the night from Jacksonville, Florida, with our first match of the night, a six-man tag team match. We had the Hardy Party, Matt Hardy and Private Party, Marquine and Isaiah Cassidy, taking on a good buddy and yours, Hangman Adam Page, the man who does a lot of cowboy shit. And he teams up with Alex Reynolds and Johnny Hungy, John Silver, the Beaver Boys, part of the Dark Order. So, this stems from last week when Reynolds and Silver were at the bar, and they were talking to Adam Page, and they were trying to recruit him. This whole storyline with the Dark Order trying to, recruit Adam Page into their group. Page is like, I don't want to do it, And then we saw in the battle royal that the Dark Order saved him from getting eliminated. But then he gets eliminated by Matt Hardy, and that's how this thing came about. So get to the match, and the match was nothing great. Starts off with Marquine and Page. They do a lot of technical stuff, countering each other, and then they stare at each other in a stalemate. And then Matt Hardy comes in, and him and Page go at it, and Matt Hardy gets the advantage. Tags in Marquine, who then tags in Isaiah Cassidy, and a double team Page, and Matt kicks him. Private Party flips Page and lands on his feet. Tags in, lands on his feet. Reynolds and Silver come in to beat up Private Party as Page the same to Matt Hardy. They clear the ring. And John on the back of Adam Page. He's all smiles like, yeah, it's great. And Adam's like, get the fuck off, dude. Something wrong with Silver. I mean, he's fucking funny as fuck, but there was something wrong with that guy. Just keep him away from me. I think he's kind of gay, but it is what it is. But he's funny as fuck. But he's the BTE champion. So. And I still gotta watch BTE. I missed a little. I watched a little bit of it Monday, and I gotta rewatch that. I might rewatch it before I go to bed. That's probably all I gotta say about that. So they clear the ring, and then Cassidy comes in, but Reynolds drops with a body slam, 1925 body slam, and then Adam Page drops Silver on top of Cassidy for a near fall. They start working on Isaiah Cassidy, and then Reynolds and Silver double hip toss, get a double hip toss into a flip to Cassidy. Page hits a standing shooting star press. John Silver for the cover only gets a 2 count. And they continue to work on Isaiah Cassidy, but he comes back after Silver hits a right hand. He pushes up with a press. Cassidy drops, rolls through, tags in Marquine. Marquine comes in with a hip toss. Reynolds comes in. He's met a big back body drop. So Private Party's going to work on Dark Order. Hitting a double inverted atomic drop, double drop kick for a near fall. And Isaiah Cassidy in and starts beating up on John Silver. Matt Hardy comes in, hits a clothesline in the corner, sends Silver into the knees of Isaiah Cassidy, who holds Silver down. And then Joaquin stands and is on top of him, hits a moonsault off Silver's back onto him. That was effective. Gets a near fall out of that. So they're working on John Silver for a little bit. Silver tries to come back, but backed him up from behind with a 1922 sleeper hold. Silver's able to drop Matt backwards. I lost my spot. Okay, here we go. Silver's able to drop Matt backwards to break the hold. Matt gets up, goes for the side effect. Silver gets out of it, and then Matt hits a neck breaker. Goes to the second rope, goes, tries for the leg drop. Excuse me. But Silver punches him in the gut and hits a brain buster. Isaiah Cassidy comes in. Adam Page comes in. They go at it back and forth. And Marquine comes in with a right hand. Cassidy ducks under, goes for a German suplex. Page lands on his feet, bounces off the corner, and hits a right hand on Marquine. And then a fallaway slam to Isaiah Cassidy. And Page flies over the top rope on the mat. Once back in the ring, hits a clothesline to Cassidy for a near fall. Matt Hardy comes in, hits a side effect for a near fall. And then they go back at it. Marquine comes back in. Alex Reynolds comes in. And it's just other chaos, going on. Lots of near falls out of that. And nearly get close to the end of the match. John Silver gets in the ring, kicks Marquine, and then hits a right hand in it, and then an enziguri. Reynolds comes in with a Stone Cold Stunner, and then the Dark Order, Adam Page just beating the crap out of Marquine with a lot of, back-to-back moves in succession. Powerbomb for Page, German to Marquine. Alex Reynolds with a jackknife cover for a near fall. They were just move my chair. Sorry about that. But and they just ran off 5-6 moves right in a row. I was going, whoa! They look pretty good together, So you never know. Matt grabs the head of John Silver, drags him over the ropes to the outside, then hits the twist of fate. Page runs to Matt on the outside. Isaiah Cassidy with a drop kick from the ring. Sends Adam Page over the barricade. Then Isaiah Cassidy with a big high kick. Matt gets on the apron, grabs Alex Reynolds, distracting him as Private Party hit Gin and Juice. Look to go for the cover, but Matt Hardy tags in, wants all the glory, and he covers for the 1, 2, 3. And then that's it. So they get the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Wasn't all right. But if you notice after the match, Isaiah Cassidy and Marquine are looking at Matt Hardy like, dude, what are you doing? We had to win. Now why you have to take the glory? And I'm thinking to myself, Matt Hardy is going to turn on Private Party. Mark my words. Matt Hardy will turn on Private Party. The Hardy Party will be no more. I'm just going to let you, I'm telling you right now. That's all I got to say about it. And we move on. That's that. So, like I said, I gave the match 3 out of 5. And we're off and running on Dynamite tonight. And that's that. All right, we go backstage with Alex Marvez. And he has the entire inner circle there. Chris Jericho, MJF, Jake Hager, Santana Ortiz, Sammy Guevara. But missing was Wardlow. I think he had something come up. I think they said something on during the match. I forgot what happened. But Wardlow wasn't there. It was supposed to be a like a 14-man tag team match. So they took Wardlow out. They took, I think, somebody else out. I think Orange Cassidy was supposed to be in it, I think. And they took him out. He was doing commentary. Well, tried to do commentary, but I'll get to that in a minute. So they're backstage, and MJF has a plaque from the New York Times for best performance of 2020 for the Dinner Debonair with Jericho. Jericho tries to take credit for it, but MJF's like, no. It's like, and MJF's like, you were great, but it was all my idea. So, continuing that crap. And then MJF brings up retaining the Dynamite Diamond ring last week. His match against Orange Cassidy with help from the Inner Circle. And he talks about his plaque. He tells Jericho he couldn't have done it. Then he says he sees what people have been saying about him online. People claiming he is better than Jericho, and we know it. But he says he sees right through that. He doesn't see Jericho as better than him. He sees a mentor, the GOAT, and he sees him as his best friend, and he couldn't have done it without him. Jericho's like, he's like, okay. He wants to punch MJF right in the fucking mouth. As I think everybody else in the Inner Circle want to punch him in the mouth. But like I said, eventually, they're gonna go through 2020, still a group, but eventually when 2021 comes, they're gonna eventually break up. They're gonna kick Jericho out. And MJF will be the new leader of the Inner Circle. They're going to all turn on Jericho, and Jericho, in turn, is going to beat the crap out of everybody because he's the fucking GOAT. And that's it. That's what's going to happen. And I think by Double or Nothing, we see MJF versus Jericho 2. But we'll see what happens as we get to April. That's when Double or Nothing's going to happen. Right around WrestleMania time, like I said. Probably either late March or April. But most likely April. But we'll see. All right, so we get that. And that's it. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars as well. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. All right, then we go back to ringside. The lights go down. We hear the music of Cody Rhodes comes out, and he's Justin Roberts introduces as a future father. So yeah, so they're gonna have a little baby Rhodes in the family. That's nice. Congratulations to Cody and Brandy. They want to start their family, so. So Brandy probably be on TV for the next month or so. Then she's gonna go off TV because she's about to have the baby, probably in about August or September. So by All In, she'll have All In 3, I should say. She'll have the baby. So Cody will probably be off TV, to be with Brandy when she gives birth to the baby. So Brandy will be off TV. Probably before or after Double or Nothing, but we'll see. So congratulations to them, Cody, you lucky bastard, you fucking bitch. It is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. So congratulations to Cody and Brandy, new soon-to-be proud parents of a baby boy or baby girl. But it is what it is. I gotta get that going with Oscar. Get on that shit. It is what it is. All right, so I guess that's gonna squash this whole Shaq Shaq thing with Cody for a while. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I guess they're gonna squash that thing. So that was a big waste of time having Shaq on last week. And I guess it kind of kills the whole Jade thing. What's her name? Jade, I think. Is her name Jade? What's her name? Somebody tell me. I think her name is Jade. You know, the whole thing with Brandy and Jade and Nyla Rose and Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero, whole thing. So I guess that's going to be put on the back burner, probably until next year after Brandy has to be and gets back into shape and everything. Because she got to get the pregnancy out of and all that crap, but she'll still look good after that anyway. So probably rehash that after I would say after All Out, going into maybe Full Gear 2 or Full Gear 3, I should say. But we'll see what happens with that. So the whole thing with Shaq and Cody probably done. You never know. They can still bring in Shaq somehow, but I don't know. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. So then we get Arn Anderson. As always, you can't forget about good old Arn Anderson. Double A. Match number 2, Cody with Brandy and Arn Anderson. Though I didn't see Brandy at ringside, I might have missed it. You can't miss Brandy. You blink, you miss. That is what it is. He takes on Angelico with Jack Evans. That match was alright. Nothing great. It's also with Angelico working on Cody's arm. Tosses him by the head hard over his shoulder. And then Cody comes back working on his arm, moving a little bit slower because he's still kind of emotional about learning he's gonna be a daddy. So Joe and Angelico creates separation. The crowd's going nuts. I don't know. They start going for a test of strength. But Cody works the left arm instead, dropping it on his shoulder. And Angelico gets out of it, slides behind Cody, turns him around, hits a big, deep arm drag. Starts mocking Cody, laying on his back, goading him. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. And then, while he's sitting down, he tries to lure Cody in. Cody flies in with a side headlock, but Angelico escapes it pretty easily. Cody goes behind him, and Angelico gets the ropes. We get a clean break. So no physicality yet, is what it is. And Angelico, and then Pie faces Cody. Cody's like, "Fuck you!" He does the same to him. Go up the ropes. Cody drops down, and Angelico hops over and under again. They do that for a little bit. Cody comes, then finishes off with a big time drop kick for 1 count. Then they go back at it, and Angelico then backs Cody in the corner, kicks him in the midsection. Cody smacks the leg, gives Angelico an elbow, and then Jack Evans gets on the apron, trying to distract Cody, but Arn Anderson is there to pull him down. Jack Evans gets in Arn's face, so Arn shoves him down to the floor. You don't mess with Arn Anderson, even if he's like 70-something years old. Meanwhile, in the ring, Angelico hits a kick to Cody, stomps on the back, and then starts beating the crap out of Cody. Covers him for a 1 count. Then he hits a snapmare into the center of the ring, and then hits a backside. Cody reverses it, gets a pin from his own, only for Angelico to stand out of it, stomps on his back again. Then he goes for a back body drop. Cody lands on his feet. Then we get a standing switch. Cody trips him with the hook of the leg. Then he kicks him in the chest, and both men go down. Cody gets up, hits a clothesline, then another one, and then Angelico reverses a whip in the corner. He tries to rush at Cody. Cody lands off the corner, grabs at his leg, and turn, so maybe a little, maybe he hurt his leg. I might see what happens with that. And then hits that big patented power slam of his for a near fall. Then he moves his weight belt. He's like, I don't need this anymore. Throws it into the crowd. Some excuse me. So some lucky schmuck got his weight belt. Excuse me. And how go with a kick. Just give me 1 second. I need some agua. And hell go with a kick. Cody catches, spins, goes for the old Dusty Rhodes duck down punch in the face, but Helga blocks it. Surprisingly, I didn't think anybody could block that, but he blocked it. Locks in a submission, and locks Cody's arms behind him, and he's struggling to get free, and he gets the ropes, uses his mouth to bite on the bottom rope, break the pin, when really could have used his legs. But I guess he wants to go see Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, in her office. Not like that, but get his teeth fixed. Anyway, Cody comes back with a backslide for a near fall, then a right hand to the jaw. Goes for the disaster kick, and Helgo steps forward, grabs the leg, whips Cody down on the mat. Ouch. Then he hits the death roll, locks in the ankle. Cody's screaming in pain, and Orange trying to tell him to get to the ropes. Eventually, Cody gets the ropes to break the hold. Then Cody comes back with a drop uppercut punch, and he gets up, looks for crossroads, and Helgo reverses it. Cody rolls him forward, and Helgo misses a clothesline. Cody hops to the top rope, springboards off, and hits the Cody cutter, or the Cody version of the Gilmore cutter, which I can hit out of anywhere, and it's much better. Just saying. You want me to try it on you? I'll do it. Because nobody gets out of the Gilmore cutter. Nobody. So you want to try it, you know where to find me. That's all I got to say about that. So Cody hits the Cody cutter on Angelico. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes picks up the victory in a pretty decent match. Gave 3 out of 5 stars. Nothing great. And Angelico gave Cody a little bit of a run for his money. Still, Cody gets the win because he's fucking Cody Rhodes. And that's it for that. And we move on from there. So like I said, 3 out of 5 stars for the match. So afterwards, Aunt Edge comes in to celebrate. I don't know where Brandy went. I think Brandy went to the back. Maybe to get some water. I don't know. Or maybe she went in the crowd. I don't know where she went. But afterwards, they're celebrating, and then we hear the voice of Taz. And he comes out with his team of the FTW champion Brian Cage, the Machine Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, absolute Ricky Starks, and Powerhouse Hobbs, along with his son Hook. Nice name. That's not his real name, but they named him Hook. Okay. So Taz gets on the mic, congratulates Cody on the win, and also being a daddy. And then Ricky Starks gets on the mic, says all this daddy talk. Where was the congratulations when he made Cody and Darby their sons? Okay. Then Taz gets back on the mic, says that's the way it works around here. And then he talks about Darby Allen, who we see up in the rafters with the TNT title. He says with regards to him, he'll be mincemeat real soon by Brian Cage, setting up their feud whenever that match is going to happen. I don't know. He says that Britt Cage is going to whoop that ass. And speaking of an ass whooping, they're going to go to the ring and put Cody on paternity leave. So they're about to go to the ring, and then the lights go out. And we all know what that means. Sabu! No, not Sabu. Not Rob Van Dam. Not New Jack. or anybody else. Imagine it was New Jack. That'd be funny as hell. The lights go out, and then we hear Natural Born Killers go on the mic, and then New Jack's in the ring with a bunch of weapons, and he just beats the shit out of everybody. And then he gets on the mic and goes, "Motherfucker," and then beats Cody up. That'd be hilarious. Imagine New Jack in AEW. Oh my. I don't even think New Jack can wrestle anymore. Now, is he still smoking the crack, and he gets old and gets in a wheelchair? He'll be smoking crack. Oh my god! Gotta love New Jack. You gotta love New Jack. You gotta love New Jack. It is just amazing, and that's that. And that's all I gotta say about that. And that's that. And got a troll in the chat, as always. Put him in his place. Oh, you got one viewer. You're the big time YWC guy. Yeah. That's all everybody can do is fucking troll, make fucking 100 million fake accounts to stalk people and underage girls and all that other shit. Get a life, dude. Really, people need to get lives. That's all you're gonna talk shit. All you're gonna do is get blocked. So keep making those fake accounts, because that's all you're gonna do. That's all you can do is make fake accounts. That's all you're gonna do. I don't care. Thanks for the view, though, asshole. But anyway, we move on. All right, so the lights go out, and we see winter is coming. We all know what that means. No, Jon Snow's not coming out. Tyrion's not coming out, or Joffrey, or anybody, Daenerys or Ned Stark. Nobody from Game of Thrones is coming out, which would be funny. So we don't know what that means. The snow comes down, and then the lights come on, and then we see the man called Sting. Or Tony Schiavone goes, "It's Sting!" So the Stinger comes out and comes on the stage to confront Team Taz. So Will Hobbs steps up to Sting, and Sting's like, "No!" Takes out his bat, points it at Will Hobbs. Will Hobbs like, "Oh, you got a bat, motherfucker! I'm gonna kick your ass!" So then he has to get held back from Hook and the rest of Team Taz. So they leave the stage, and then Sting's still on the stage. He looks up at the rafters, looks up at Darby. Darby's looking at him, and then Sting looks at Cody, gives him a wink of his eye. I guess because Cody's gonna be a dad. So Sting leaves, and I'm like, okay, that's it. I was thinking maybe like Team Taz would just come back out and whip Cody's ass, but that didn't happen. So so this situation continues to happen, and we'll eventually see what happens with Team Taz, Cody, Darby, and Sting as we go into next week. As next week will be AEW's Christmas show, Holiday Bash 2020, at a special start time of 10 p.m., as JR said, 10 p.m., though that's not going to happen. It's not going to start at 10 p.m. There's no way. With basketball on at 7:30, you think that game's going to end at 10? Especially if it goes into overtime? I don't even know who's playing. I basically don't give two shits. I don't. I mean, I've seen a little bit of highlights from the exhibition games. Nothing great. Nothing great. Not looking forward to this season that much. I mean, kind of, I'm kind of interested with the Brooklyn Nets. Now that Kevin Durant is back, is on his first official season on Brooklyn Nets. So Nets might be a dangerous team in the East. The Eastern Division or the Atlantic Division. Then you got the New York Knicks, who look very scary. With their new players, we got Tom Thibodeau as the new coach. They got a new GM. So there's a lot of optimism for New York Knicks fans. About the new season. They got some new players. They had a pretty good draft. So there's a lot of optimism for the Knicks. We'll see what happens. The Knicks could shock the world. Who knows? Not that I give two shits about the fucking New York Knicks. I don't. The Celtics. Much as I love the Celtics. But they're in transition now. I'm kind of optimistic about this season. They don't have a lot of players. I mean, most of their stars are gone. But they might have a struggle this season. But we'll see. And the rest of the Atlantic Division, in the Eastern Division, it's most likely a toss-up this year with who's going to win who's going to come out of the East. It could be Toronto. It could be I don't even know. Could probably be Toronto. Maybe no, not the Bulls. Sorry, Mount Gooley. And the Bulls are not going to go anywhere. Maybe the Pacers. Maybe Cleveland. Maybe Cleveland. I don't know about Cleveland, but I think probably the team to look at in the East is probably the Nets. That's all I'm going to say right now. But and then you look in the Western Division, you got the Golden State Warriors, who are post Stephen Curry right now. Also about in the East, you got the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis. So I think the Bucks. I think it was the Bucks with Giannis. I forget. I don't follow basketball, so sue me. I don't give two shits. No, I'm mainly focused on hockey coming back in January. But I think it's going to be like a 60-something game season, I think. So, but the Rangers look fucking dangerous. Oh, I should say Rangers! With their new stars. They're going to fucking... I hope. I'm hoping for good things with the Rangers this season. With their new stars, it's going to be an interesting season for the New York Rangers. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on. All right, so like I said, we'll see what happens with the Baden Colton, Cody Rhodes, and Darby Allen, and Team Taz as we go into the end of the year. And I think we'll see Brian Cage and Darby Allen for the TNT Championship. I would say probably on either night 1 or night 2 of New Year's Smash. Probably on the December 30th show or the December the 6th show. January the 6th show. But we will move on from there. And that's that. All right, let's consult the chat for a little bit. Nick's still watching. Thank you very much. And that's that. Then we have some guy named Chad DeRushi. He says, is this where the special needs wrestling community hangs out? I'm also special needs and mentally disabled, just like you. No. I'm not mentally disabled, so good luck with that. But sadly, you're mentally disabled. Sucks to be you. Bye. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, I'm, just another fucking troll. Yeah, thanks for the view. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, just another stupid idiot. Yeah, that's that. If you don't like my show, don't have to watch it. If you think I'm fucking mentally disabled, you need to go see a doctor and prove that shit to me. Because you're special. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, gonna ignore those fucking losers that have no fucking lives and make 6 million fucking fake accounts. That's all I gotta say about that. And hide behind their hero. You know who he is. But I digress. Anyway, so we get that. So after that, we go backstage with Alex Marvez and a good buddy Miro, otherwise known as Alexander Rusev. Miro smash Lana pussy, yeah. And he's gonna be doing that for a while because Lana's out with her injury. Though they're saying she's out for TLC. She's gonna be out 4 to 6 weeks storyline wise, but we don't know that's WWE's talk. She's gonna be out 4 to 6 weeks. We won't see her until next year. So Lana's gonna be out for a while. Don't know when she's coming back, and I don't care. And that's that. All right, so we hear from Miro, and Miro informs us that he was fined $75,000 by Mr. Tony Khan. But no, Miro's got the money, so doesn't care. So I think because of what happened last week with that whole shit that he did. So that's that. He says he hates Isaiah Cassidy because he doesn't care. It's all about the numbers on the internet, but Orange just doesn't care. Brings up next week saying he will face Sonny Kiss on Dark. That's gonna be a boring match. No offense to Sonny Kiss, but yeah. Just a glorified squash match on Dark for Miro, because he got nothing else to do. But he says on Dynamite next week they will have a wedding date assignment, whatever that means. So Alex Marvez asked, "What about the people in the hospital that Miro put there?" He says it's Christmas. So Miro's like pretty screwed. He goes, "Bah humbug! It's my birthday." So happy birthday to Miro. Probably got his son by Lana. Lucky him, because he smashes Lana pussy. So happy birthday to Miro, and so we'll see what happens with him and this wedding date assignment that might happen next week. So we'll see what happens with that. So I think they were saying that on the last Dynamite of the year, we're going to get Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford's wedding. So we'll get that. And isn't it 1 year to the day of Bobby Lashley and Lana's wedding happened on the same date? Interesting. That Miro's part of this wedding thing, because he was part of the whole Bobby Lashley Lana wedding thing that happened on the same date last year. And how did that go? Not so good. Especially that horrible fucking storyline, which led to Rusev going bye-bye, and then Lana proceeding to get punished by getting put through a fucking table by Nia Jax nine for 9 times. But then they were gonna push her, possibly to winning the tag team belts this Sunday, but then she gets hurt, they take her out. And now Asuka looking for a partner, which could be Dana Brooke, it could be Mandy Rose. A lot of people saying it's got to be Charlotte. I would not be surprised if it's Charlotte. A lot of people saying it's Becky Lynch. No. Becky just had her baby. You think she's going to come back that quick? No. Idiots. Becky's coming back at the Royal Rumble, all right? Give her about another 4 weeks to get back into shape. And, So she'll be back at the Royal Rumble. And if Charlotte's not the mystery partner on Sunday, I don't know who is. Like I said, I'm thinking it's either Dana Brooke or Mandy Rose. People, and other people saying it's Kairi. Kairi Zane's gonna come back. No, Kairi's staying in her, in Japan. No, she should be with me. But because she's my second wife and all that shit. But just saying. But so we got that. So I would assume I would think that Becky's coming back at the Royal Rumble. Charlotte's gonna come back at the Royal Rumble. Maybe Ronda Rousey comes back at the Royal Rumble. Don't know. But yeah, looks whoever Asuka picks, they're gonna win the tag team belts on Sunday. Not gonna hold them probably hold them for a while because there's no tag teams. There's no women's tag teams in WWE right now in that fucking division. Besides Mandy and Dana, besides Lacey and Peyton Royce, that's it. We finally saw Carmella come back. Where the hell is Naomi? When is Naomi coming back? That's what I want to know. Really, that's what I want to know. Where the hell is Naomi? Besides being with Jimmy Uso, that's it. Jimmy's coming back next year. That's it. All right, so we'll see what happens with this whole wedding thing with Miro, Kip Sabian, and Penelope Ford. Probably next week and maybe the week they have the wedding the week after that to end the year, and that's that. But that's not gonna end well for them, because as we all know, weddings in wrestling always end in disaster, except for Uncle Earl and Bertha Faye. That's it. That's all I can say about that. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that backstage segment 2.5 out of 5 stars, and we move on. All right, then we go to the ring. We see a good buddy from Brooklyn, Eddie Kingston, coming out. Cuts a promo, says he doesn't care about any of us. Well, we don't care about you either. He says he's got a lot of enemies. That's true. Shout out to God who can't take him down. Yeah, Eddie, you're the king of promos, but I mean, you can't make an enemy out of the God. That's the other thing. So he talks about Pac. Says he went home to nurse his injuries. His career is done. There's no way he's coming back. Then he talks about Lance Archer, and on cue, Lance Archer comes out and runs down. No, we didn't see Jake Roberts, but he comes down to the ring with a purpose. Starts beating the crap out of Eddie in the corner. Continues to beat him down in the corner until the Butcher and the Blade come out with Allie, the bunny, to attack him 3-on-1. But Archer isn't going down because he's a fucking machine. And then we two brothers, Rey Fenix and Pentagon Zero Miedo, come out for the save. Butcher and the Blade stand up, and they get ready to fight, and then we see Pac come out from the side of the ring to even the odds, if you will. They send Butcher, Blade, Kingston to the outside. Kicks Butcher off the apron. Ray hits the ropes and flies over them to the outside with a tornado flippity-doo onto the Butcher and the Blade. And in the ring, Lance Archer goozles Eddie Kingston. I think he was going to hit the choke bomb or something, but Pac kicks Eddie Kingston right in the face, and Lance Archer pushes him. He's like, "What are you doing? He's mine!" And then Pac's like, "No, he's mine." And sure, they talk shit for a minute, over who's going to beat Eddie Kingston's ass. And then all four guys stand in the ring, and they're looking for some more. And that's that. So that ends that segment. So it looks like we might get an 8-man tag team match next week, or we get something with the. Well, really, it's a 4-on-3 because unless Eddie finds somebody else, because basically it's Pac, Lance Archer, Pentagon, and Ray's 4 guys against Eddie Kingston's 3 guys, plus Allie. What Allie's not going to wrestle. And she hasn't wrestled since the whole women's cup when she was teaming up with Brandy as the Nightmare Sisters. But so Allie just comes out and just looks pretty. That's it. And that's it. So like I said, we'll see what happens with Eddie Kingston and the family, and Pac, Lance Archer, Pentagon, and Ray as we go into next week. Something might come out of that, maybe a match, but we'll see. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and we move on from there. Man, that's all right. So then we go backstage once again with Alex Marvez. I guess he's now I think it was Alex Marvez or Dasha. I forget. Anyway, but we see Dustin Rhodes backstage, and now he's in full face paint. Not on one side of his face anymore, so he has full face paint. He says he will not be joining the Dark Order, as we saw last week when Evil Uno tried to recruit him as Seven. We all know, remember Seven when Dustin was in WCW, he had that little gimmick where he came out in all black and had a white face paint covering his whole head and body. And then he cut that promo, that shoot promo, basically saying, "I'm not going to do this shit." Blah blah blah. And then he left. And then I think he went back to WWE, went back to being dust. Really stuck at the Vince Russo company and Bischoff, but it is. So he's having and now you could have just said, done a good old fashioned Shane Douglas and go, "It sucked then and it sucked now." Could have said that, but he didn't say it. Then he says he's going to kick Uno ass. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we move on from there. All right. Then we see Orange Cassidy come out. The man puts his hands in his pants, and he joins the voluntary table, grabs a headset. It's not plugged in, and the mic's not even on. He just sits there, puts the mic thing, takes a dirt nap. It is what it is. So then we get to match number 3, the 12-man tag team match. with the Inner Circle taking on the Best Friends, Chucky T and Trent, taking on Top Flight, and taking on the Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. Match was alright, nothing great. Kind of went all over the place, and Aubrey Edwards was the referee, and oh boy, I feel bad for Aubrey, man. She had to deal with all those guys, but she's a trooper, and that's it. So it starts out with Trent and Chris Jericho. But Brian Pillman was like, I want him. Because Jericho had a history with his father back in the day, and I believe in WCW, with the late, great Brian Pillman, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Just saying. So he comes in, Jericho laughs at him, and they go at it. Pillman with an arm drag, then a right hand, so he's working on Jericho for a little bit. Jericho comes back with a chop, and it starts chopping him in the corner, and then starts stomping a mud hole into Brian Pillman. Pillman comes back, whips Jericho. Jericho ducks on the clothesline, and then Brian Pillman slaps the taste out of his mouth, then hits a chop, and then another one. Jericho whips him into the ropes with a crossbody, then a drop kick, and goes to the corner, flies off with a kick Jericho in the face, sending him to the outside. And then he throws himself over the top rope on the Jericho, which didn't look good. Okay. Still needs a little bit of work, but still. He sends Jericho in the ring. Jericho comes back with a kick. Starts to beat down on Pillman. Pillman comes back with a kick. Works over the left arm of Jericho, tags in Griff Garrison, and who hits a 1922 body slam on Jericho. Then a leg drop from the apron for a near fall. They start to work on Jericho. Jericho comes back with a kick and a chop. Tags in Sammy Guevara. Comes in with a kick to the gut. Griff comes back with a chop. Sammy comes back with a chop, and they go back and forth. Griff with a big time hip toss onto Sammy. Tags in Dante Martin of Top Flight, and these guys went at it, and holy crap! They matched move for move. It was amazing. So they go at it. Sammy whips Dante, gets reversed. He gets a hop up and a leg lariat into a leg drop for a near fall. Whip to the corner. It's a hard form. Whips Sammy. Sammy reverses it. Dante hops over. Tags in his brother Darius. Comes in, rolls into a pin. But he lets go. And he kicks Sammy. And then he covers for a near fall. As Ortiz comes in to stop it. And then Dante comes back in. But Sammy tags in to Santana. Dante tags out to Trent. They go at it, and then Ortiz comes in. Chucky T comes in. They go face to face. Since it's the first time that the Best Friends and Santana and Ortiz were in the same ring. Met each other since that big parking lot brawl about a couple months ago. And then everybody gets in the ring, and they start going at it, and Aubrey Edwards is completely going berserk. But the faces clear the ring. And then we get a big old-fashioned six-man best friend hug. Give me a hug. Yeah. Pull back like Okada. Well, I can't do that, but this was. So we get a good old-fashioned six-man best friend hug. And that's that. Ortiz tries to get in the ring, but Trent knocks him off. Santana gets on the apron. Gets in the ring. Ortiz comes in, grabs the leg of Trent, and then Santana starts beating him up. Tags in Ortiz. They double suplex Trent, send him to the outside. And then the Inner Circle start beating him up on the outside. Aubrey Edwards is trying to do her best as as the faces try, they're like, hey, look what he's doing on the outside. She's like, get back, you motherfuckers. Because, Aubrey Evers is a tough chick. She can kick your ass. Maybe I should give her a call and to deal with these fucking trolls, but it is what it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, Nick, thank you for joining. Going to bed. Okay, I'm gonna be editing the video in a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed. So that's all. Thank you, Nick, for coming in and joining in. Thank you for the comments and all that stuff. So I hope to see you next time. So have a great rest of your night and an even better Thursday. All right, so we get back to the match. So we go to break after the Inner Circle beatdown on Trent. We come back. We see Sammy and Jericho posing in the ring because they're fucking sexy beasts, like myself. Sammy covers Trent as the legal man. He gets a near fall. Goes to the top rope. Goes to the shooting star press, but Trent moved. Sammy rolls through. Then hits a bicycle knee. Trent with a bicycle knee to Sammy. Sammy tags in Ortiz. Trent tags in Darius. Sends Jericho off the apron. He kicks Ortiz, hops over him, hits the ropes, ducks under. Then hits a standing Spanish fly. Ortiz rolls to the outside. Dante with a blind tag. Darius dives and Santana's there to stop him, giving him a hard right hand. But Dante flies over the top rope on both of them. Then he sends Ortiz into the ring, hits an elbow in the corner, tags in Trent, who tags in Chuck. They hit a knee to Ortiz into soul food in a half and half Nelson slam combination. They then tag in Brian Pillman Jr., who comes in with a springboard tackle onto, I believe it was Ortiz. Griff Garrison comes in, kicks MJF. Jake Hager tries to come in because he didn't really do anything, just stood there looking pretty. So he tries to run. He tries to run at Garrison. Garrison low bridges, and Hager goes to the outside. He hits a splash to Ortiz, and then a spinning rolling elbow to the jaw. He hits the ropes. Jericho hits him with Floyd the Bat. Tags in Jake Hager, who clotheslines the crap out of Griff Garrison. He grabs him, lifts him up, spins Garrison for an N. Maybe stealing Waldo's move. Ooh. Tags in MJF because MJF has to get the glory. And he pins Griff Garrison 1, 2, 3. So the Inner Circle pick up the win. And they continue to roll on as a cohesive unit. But still, like I said, I think they're going to eventually break up and they're going to turn on Jericho, and the Inner Circle are going to be led by MJF, and then Jericho's going to get his revenge on MJF probably at Double or Nothing, but we'll see what happens with that. So they get the win. Match was okay. Nothing great. And like a big cluster of a match, but it is what it is. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And what else is up? I'm going to the bathroom. That's it. All right. So like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. And so that afterwards, they try to continue the attack, and Jericho, they clear the ring of the Inner Circle. Then the Inner Circle leave back as we move on. So the Inner Circle pick up the win and look the beginning on a roll again as the number one faction in AEW. And that's that. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on to him. All right, that's it. Okay. All right, then we go backstage where we see the lovely Thunder Rosa. Not that Rosa, but Thunder Rosa backstage. She calls out Britt Baker, saying Britt Baker, Britt Baker's saying that that she doesn't belong in AEW. So Thunder Rosa's like, well, I've been wrestling all over the world. But last time I faced Serena D for the NWA Women's title, Britt Baker interfered, cost her the match. So she wonders now why she's going to be beating Britt's butt. And she's like, maybe I do belong in AEW. Yes, you do. Both of that women's division. And then she tells Britt, for you to have the balls to say she doesn't belong here, she starts laughing. Like, I don't belong here. You don't belong here. So then Rebel comes in and mocks her laugh, saying that was horrible. And then they go face to face, look like they were about to go at it. And then Britt Baker comes from behind and attacks her, still telling her that she doesn't belong here. Then she locks in the lockjaw, half of the lockjaw. She didn't put her hand in her mouth. She locks that in. Rebel tosses water onto Thunder Rosa's face, and then Britt Baker starts wiping the makeup off, smearing it all over her face, laying her out. And then Britt looks into the camera and is like, is this thing still on? Or did her pretty face break it? But so continuation of that feud, which I can't wait for the match to happen whenever that does happen, but it's gonna be epic. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and like I said, I can't wait for the match with Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and that's that. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, then we go back to Daly's place with match number 4, tag team match. We had SCU, Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels taking on the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowen and Max Caster, who cuts a rap saying that Chris Daniels is old and blah blah blah, and then they start making fun of Kazarian, and then Kazarian says, well, I'm going to try out my battle rap skills, and then he cuts a, holy crap, he cuts a better rap than John Cena. And saying that their rap is the shit. He calls them on a mission. Oh man, I loved it. That's all we needed. We didn't really need the match. We could have just had a battle rap, and then I think Kazarian could have won that on his own. It is what it is. So anyway, the match happens, and it starts with Kazarian and Anthony Bowen. They work the ropes until Kaz catches a flying Anthony Bowen, hits a for 1. Tags in Christopher Daniels, hits a clothesline to the back of the head. And then goes for a near fall. And then Anthony Bowen comes back with a back body drop. Tags in Max Caster, who hits some shoulder thrusts in the corner. Daniels gets put on the top rope, and then he comes off with a flying drop kick, a missile drop kick. Sends Max into Kaz's boot. Then he hits a snapmare, tags in Kaz, puts an elbow drop from Daniels. Kaz will drop for 1 count. Max comes back with a knee, tags back in Anthony Bowen, comes in, he spins, eats an arm drag from Kaz. Kaz works the arm and starts beating up on Anthony Bowen. And then he whips Anthony Bowen into the corner. Kaz rushes, gets lifted to the apron, hits a right hand to Max Caster, but Bowen sends Kaz into the corner. And then they double team him on the outside, stomping the crap out of him. As we go to break, we come back. Kaz flies over the DDT attacks. Anthony Bowen comes in. Kaz tries to get the kiss to Daniels, but he couldn't get to him. He kicks Anthony away. He gets tagged to Christopher Daniels, who comes with a shoulder off the apron, the clothesline, and another one. Goes to work on on Anthony Bowen. Big back body drop to Max Caster as he comes in. And he's just beating the crap out of the Acclaim by himself. Then he hits the Blue Thunder Bomb to Anthony Bowen for the fall. Then he tries for Angel's Wings. Goes for the STO. Max stops it. Cass runs in to tumble to the outside with him. And then Anthony Bowen go at it. Dave with the right hand. Anthony off. Max on the 8. Grabs the ankle. Cass pulls his foot out. Daniel flies with a crossbody for a near fall. And then Daniels tries for a cover, gets a near fall out of that. And then Anthony Bowen sends Daniels into the ropes. Cassidy's on the outside, smacks Daniels in the face with his boombox, and lays out Daniels, and they get the win. So the Acclaim get the win. I think they were going to get the win anyway because, SCU is putting everybody over now because they're both old and, done. But it is what it is. So they get the win. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. And start yelling at the Bucks who are at ringside looking on as Daniels and Kazarian were in the crowd. The Bucks to put up the tag team titles next week. And the Bucks like, oh, you want this? You want this? You got it. So next week on Holiday Bash 2020, we're gonna get the Young Bucks against the Acclaim for the tag team titles, and it should be a pretty good match. I think the Bucks win. Obviously, I really don't think they're gonna lose to those guys. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we will move on from there. That's that. All right, then we go backstage. We see Top Flight with getting a little bit of promo time. They challenge MJF and Jericho on the program, so we'll see that. Should be an interesting match. They say they can either accept the match or run like 2 little bitches. Yeah, that's that. So looks like they're gonna like Jericho and Hager, Jericho and MJF will accept, and we'll see what happens with that. I would not be surprised if Top Flight wins with some, as Jericho and MJF have some miscommunication, and then that'll start the whole process of Jericho getting his ass handed to him. But we'll see what happens with that at Holiday Bash 2020 next week, and that's that. So I give that little promo 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And we will move on. All right, then we go to match number 5, women's tag team action. We get Ivelisse and Diamante, the women's cup winners. Though all they got was a damn trophy. The women's tag team belts might be coming into the company because they got to copy WWE. And they're also going to be trios tag team belts coming in 2021. So they're topping off Lucha Underground and Triple A. So I got that influence from Kenny. Thank you. So they take on Big Swole and the NWA Women's World Champion Serena Deeb. It was an okay match. Nothing right home about. Starts off with Ivelisse and they work the ropes. Deeb with a line sending Ivelisse to the mat. Attacks in Big Swole and Diamante comes back in. Swole hits a backbreaker. And then gets a side headlock. Diamante sends Swole down. Hits a back elbow to Serena Deeb. And then a guillotine off the apron. Ow. Then Diamante comes for a near fall. Then Ivelisse comes in with a cravat to Big Swole. They work over Big Swole for a while. Tagging back in and out. Textbook Wrestling 101. As we go to break. Come back. Serena Deeb comes in. Hits a body slam to Ivelisse in the middle of the ring. On the legs. Kicks at Diamante, hits a suplex, and then works on the legs of Ivelisse. Then she hits an uppercut to Diamante. Diamante comes back off a whip. She hits Serena hits a dragon screw leg whip to her. Evilise with a kick. Then she hits a shoulder tackle. Deeb comes back with a neck breaker over the ropes. Ow. Then she looks for the gut buster and gets it. She wraps around the leg and locks in a 1922 woo Nick Chopper Ric Flair figure 4. Evilise rolls to the corner, attacks in Diamante, who comes in with a kick. She attacks her right hands. Evilise comes in. They double team Serena Deeb and cover for a near fall. Diamante looks to end it, but Serena turns into the finishing hold and hits a swinging neckbreaker. Gets the hot tag. The big swole comes in, and she starts beating the crap out of Diamante. She ducks under a swing. She ripcords, looks for Dirty Dancing. Evilise grabs the braids. And then Big Swole with the elbow. And then deep face. She tries for a sliced bread, but Swole pushes and hits a headbutt. Then I lost my spot. Then she double underhooks into a powerbomb and locks in a cloverleaf. But Evilise tries to stop it. Serena Deeb comes in to stop it. And then Diamante taps out. So Serena Deeb and Big Swole pick up the win. Of course, Serena Deeb made Evilise tap. And that's it. So match was all right. Nothing great. But, great to see Serena Deeb in action again. And that's that. And we'll see what happens with that. So match was all right. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, the native beast, Nyla Rose, comes out with Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me! They come out to attack. They come out with a chair to stop them. So I guess Red Velvet's going to be the replacement for Brandy in this whole thing with Nyla Rose, Vicky Guerrero, and Jade. And then I guess Serena Deeb and Big Swole are gonna team up with Red Velvet to go at them. So we'll probably see Nyla Rose, Vicky Guerrero, and maybe Jade. Maybe Vicky Guerrero in a ring. Oh God! Please no! Please no! Please don't put Vicky Guerrero in the ring. Please! I had to witness that at WrestleMania. Oh God! Please do not put Vicky Guerrero in the ring. Please just get her out. Just have Nyla Rose, Jade, and another heel in there. Just have Vicky Guerrero stand on the outside screaming. That's it. Don't put her in the ring, please. He's hideous. Worse than Brie Bella. Horrible. That's all I can say about that. So we'll see what happens with that situation as we go into next week, and that's that. All right. After that, we go backstage where we see the best friends, Chucky T, Trent, and a good buddy, Orange Cassidy. They're backstage. They cut a promo saying that their little thing with Santana and Ortiz are far from over. It'll never be done. But they want to turn their attention to Miro. They say they sabotaged Orange Cassidy. I believe it was last week. They say they're excited for the wedding and they can't wait for it. So you know what that means. They're gonna have the wedding of Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford to get ruined, and Miro as the best man, of course, because that's his gimmick. And that's gonna get ruined by the best friends, and that's that. So another wedding gets destroyed. See, it doesn't pay to get married on live TV, on tape TV, or anything. Just do it away from the ring. Best idea. That's what happened with Triple H and Stephanie. When Triple H took her to Vegas, and they got married in Vegas. But Stephanie was passed out or drunk. I don't know what happened. I think Triple H probably banged her really hard, and she fell asleep. I don't know. Hi, Steph. But it is what it is. So we'll see what happens with that situation as we get to the winning of Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford on the final Dynamite of the year. And that's that. So can't wait for that. It's going to be boring. That's that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we see FTR go to the announce table. We had Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood with Tully Blanchard. Basically, they're pissed off, saying that tag team wrestling doesn't matter anymore. Basically, taking a shot at Vince because Vince, I think there was a report that said that Vince doesn't like tag team wrestling anymore. Obviously, that's why we don't have any tag teams in the WWE anymore, except for if you're on NXT. That's why there's no tag teams on Raw to face the New Day besides the Hurt Business. And then on SmackDown, you got Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler going at the Street Profits. That's it. Until Jimmy Uso comes back to get back together with his brother Jay to reform the Usos, and then they're gonna get the belts probably by sometime next year for I believe the 8th or 9th time. That's it. All you got is 4, maybe 5 tag teams in the WWE. That is fucking horrible. That's why Vince doesn't give 2 shits about the tag team division or anything in his company. That's why the ratings are down. That's why the company's dead. The WWE is dead. That's it. It's fucking dead. Goodbye. Vince killed his company. Good job. That's that. All right. So we move on. So they say tag team wrestling doesn't matter anymore. Dax is pissed. This is how he feeds his family. And if you threaten that, they're gonna retaliate. And Tully Blanchard yells at Excalibur, JR, and Tony Baloney, and says the field of revelation. That's it. So thanks for coming, FTR, just to say you're pissed off about tag team wrestling. That's it. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And we move on from there. All right, then we get to the main event. Finally, we get to the main event. No disqualification match. With we had the bad boy Joey Janela taking on the AEW heavyweight champion of the world and the AAA mega champion, the cleaner Kenny Omega. Bang! So Kenny comes out with his awesome entrance, but as he's doing it, Joey tosses a trash can at him, hits him right in the head, knocks him out. Cal has been coming out with Kenny. He's like, stop the match. Then he gets on commentary, tells Tony Baloney to go to catering, and he says, I'll handle this. Tony, go to catering. Tony's like, kiss my ass, Don. that was hilarious. Oh, I'm kind of busy right now. What? What do you want? Please come. I'll be right back. Annoying. Oh my God, you should taste it. I tasted it before. Not this. I tasted this before. Taste it. This break is sponsored by Arizona RX Energy.
I've never had it. Delicious and it's $1. Jesus, I'm buying like 100.
It is awesome.
One more?
I'll have a little bit more later. A little bit. All right, so Rosa had to interrupt me with a good old Arizona drink.
Water.
What?
Water.
It's not water. This is.
I said it's $1.
Oh, it's $1. I thought you said it's water. See, I do have Rosa on my show once in a while. And she's not my mom! Though she treats me like a mom, but...
You're my dad.
Huh?
You're my dad.
I'm your dad. You call me daddy.
Stop it.
She's my baby. She's my wifey. Even though I'm not my wifey, but it is what it is. Because I gotta have my Asians, you know what I mean. But I love my Latinas. I don't discriminate.
Bro.
What?
Fucking bro.
Shut up. Anyway, so Kenny gets smacked in the face, and
I'll smack you in the face.
come over here and try.
I can't. I'm drinking ice tea.
Shut up.
Verbal and talk.
Go eat something. So anyway, like I said, Joey throws a trash can in his face. Don Callis wants to stop the match. Then he goes over to commentary, tells Tony Baloney to go to catering, and he'll do all the work. And then Tony Baloney tells him to kiss his ass. Ooh, Tony Schiavone getting testy. Ooh, like he's gonna do anything. Fucking guy's fat. Good lord. I'm not calling him Schiavone, or as Jericho calls him, Schiavone.
Call him a yogurt? Chobani?
Not Chobani.
There's a yogurt named Chobani.
I know that. Not Chobani, Schiavone. But we call him Tony Baloney in the wrestling. His name is Tony Baloney. Anyway, so they're on the outside. We finally get to the match. Kenny runs with a fame asser to the back of the head, smashing Joey on a chair. Ow. Then he gets in the ring, hits a baseball slide, and then he flies over the top rope with a flip. Flippity-doo. Then Don gets on live mic and basically doing commentary on the mic and not on the headset. So he's doing it rogue style, which is kind of interesting. Then Kenny grabs a cookie sheet, wants to make some cookies, and as Don tells Kenny, he has his own personal commentary tonight. It is what it is. Maybe they need some color commentary. I don't know. So Kenny grabs the cookie sheet, smacks Joey on the back with it, then does it again. And Don Callis starts doing his best Vincent Kennedy McMahon impression. Oh, what a maneuver! And then he offers the mic to Kenny to do some color commentary. It's hilarious. And then Kenny tells Joe to get up and tells him to listen to the audio and smacks Joey across the back. And then he rolls in the ring as Don Callis asks how it felt to Kenny. And Kenny's like, "Oh, it felt good. Yeah, felt good to be with the Good Brothers last night on Impact. Yeah. The Bullet Club is back, baby. Yeah. Bullet Club Elite. Just like, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be awesome to see Kenny and the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, back as the Bullet Club, taking on Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns at Hard to Kill on January the 21st. That's gonna be epic. So Kenny Omega's first official match in TNA. So that's gonna be awesome. But what sucks is they're not gonna be using the Bullet Club theme, because New Japan owns it. But at least, they're probably going to come out with Gallows and Anderson's TNA theme. It is what it is. But as long as they don't lose to them, because that'll kind of suck for Kenny loses debut match in TNA. It just sucks. Anyway, so we'll get that. All right, so So we get that, and then Kenny sets up the trash can on the ring post. Goes to the top rope. He flies back with a moonsault with the trash can. He hits it and gets a near fall out of that. Then he sets the trash can on top of Joey. Goes to the top rope, springboards, and hits a double stomp to the trash can onto Joey. Thank you. Ow. Then puts Joey on his shoulders. Looks for a one-winged angel, but Joey reverses into a reverse Hurricane Rana, sending Kenny to the outside. They go to the outside, and Sunny Kiss grab a table, sets it up. Joey's on the other side of the ring, looking for something. I don't know what he was looking for. Maybe his career. No, I'm kidding. Hits over to Kenny, who's by the table. He's all disoriented. Joey with some right hands. And he lays Kenny on the table. Goes to the top rope, hits a big-time leg drop on the Kenny through the table. Breaking it into many pieces. And the fans going nuts. Joey grabs Kenny, rolls him into the ring. Goes to the top rope. Looks for the moonsault, but Kenny rolls out of the way. Then Kenny hits the V trigger. Then he's like, that's it. I'm done with this motherfucker. Goes all the way up, hits the V trigger again. Lifts Joey up, puts him on his shoulders, hits one-winged angel. 1, 2, 3. The cleaner, Kenny Omega, picks up a win. And about a second of match. The end of the show. Not a lot of people say, oh, this was a big-time squash match. Not really. I don't think it was that. I mean, I don't even think it was a squash match, per se, But it is what it is. That's that. So Kenny gets the win, which was not as great as their match on Dark about a year or so ago, when they just beat the crap out of each other. But still, not a bad match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that was that. And then we get to the aftermath segment. Don Callis grabs the mic, says there's no more questions for the champ. He did it. And then we see Pac come out, but he's not alone, as he comes out with his Death Triangle partners, Rey Fenix and Pentagon Zero Miedo. Which I have. Zero Miedo. No fear, motherfuckers. No fear. I fear nobody, except for Rosa, maybe, but this was. Pac tells Kenny that they have some unfinished business. Yeah, they're gonna have another match. It's that 4th time. So he's not here to be selfish. They're here to address injustice. He looks at Rey Fenix, says that Rey Fenix never got a title shot. Don Callis wants to give Pac a little bit of advice. Wrestlers don't tell the world champion what to do. So Pac tells Don, that's where you're wrong. Tony Khan already sanctioned the match, and it's going to happen at New Year's Smash Night 1, where Kenny will defend the belt against Rey Fenix. That's going to be a pretty good match. And we'll see what happens with that in 2 weeks. On Dynamite, New Year's Smash, Night 1. So that's probably going to be the main event for New Year's Smash, Night 1. And that's it. I think Kenny will retain, obviously, because Kenny's fucking amazing. And that's it. And that's that. So we get that. So I gave the Aftermath segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that ends this week's edition of AEW Dynamite. And that's all I got to say about that. So we got some storyline progression going for the Holiday Bash 2020 next week at the special start time of 10 p.m. So set your DVRs accordingly. I already have mine already recorded, so okay. So we get that, and should be some pretty interesting stuff next week, the next 2 weeks, as AEW finishes off the year. And we'll see what happens with the ratings this week. NXT was pretty decent. It has some pretty good matches. Pretty good matches this week. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be close this week. NXT had they had probably one of the matches of the year. I think it's a top contender. Pete fucking Dunne against Kyle O'Reilly, and a great match. For a shot at Finn Balor and the NXT World Title at the first NXT of the year, New Year's Eve. So that was a great match. Kyle O'Reilly won the match, and he's gonna get the rematch with Finn Balor at New Year's Eve for the NXT World Title. That's gonna be a fucking epic match. I mean, we saw what happened at NXT Takeover. What was it? Yeah, there was NXT Takeover 31. I mean, they beat the crap out of each other. Kyle broke Finn Balor's jaw. That's just like Finn Balor was out for like a month to get his mouth wired back into place. And then Kyle had some injuries, and then he came back. Now they're gonna go at it in part 2. Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. But no, that's gonna be January 6th is gonna be a fucking big night of action. You got New Year's Evil from NXT. You got Dynamite, New Year's Smash Part 2. You got New Year's Dash from New Japan. Woo! First week of January is gonna be epic. Epic fucking shit. Wrestle Kingdom 15 and Night 2, then New Year's Dash, then you got NXT, New Year's Evil, then you got AEW. I mean, you got the first Raw of the new year, nobody's gonna watch that. Then you got SmackDown, nobody's gonna watch that. And then I think that same weekend is TNA Genesis, which would be interesting. If Kenny's there, of course. But we'll see what happens. I think Kenny will be on Impact this tonight. Continue his thing with Ray Fenix and with him and the Good Brothers, and with Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns. So that'll be the storyline going into Genesis and coming out of Genesis, going into Hard to Kill, which should be the main event of Hard to Kill, I would assume. But we'll see what happens with that. So January is looking to be a pretty big month. So wrestling's going to come in with a good old-fashioned Gilmore cutter. Bang! Or I'll do it like Kenny this time. Bang! So I can't wait for that. Then you got the Royal Rumble at the end of January. So much stuff in January. Got the NFL playoffs going on. They got the Pro Bowl. Nobody cares about the Pro Bowl.
New president.
What?
New president.
What?
New president.
Yeah. So we got that. We got like I said, the NFL playoffs happening. We got basketball starting, hockey starting. Gonna be a good start to 2021. Now, sports wise. Other than that, that's it. And then the Super Bowl to start February in Miami, with or without fans, I don't know. But sadly, we will not see the Niners there unless they get some help. They're 5-8. I highly doubt they're going to make the playoffs. But sucks. But they might get George Kittle back this week. Huh. So who knows? With the Niners, I think they're playing. Who are they playing this week? I think they're playing Dallas this week. Oh God, they lose to Dallas, and then I think they play the Ravens after that. Oh. and then they end the year again at home against Seattle. Ooh. They should. I hope they win this Sunday, but the final two games probably will be their season. That's it. They have to win all three, I think, and get some help to get to the playoffs. I personally, and that's it. And Nate Mullins, you motherfucker, get the fuck out of San Fran. You're done. Get the hell out. And Jimmy, huh? Nate Mullins, the backup quarterback, because I don't think we're gonna see Jimmy G in the next three games. So, and I think his San Francisco career is go bye. So the Niners are going to be looking for a quarterback, and maybe it might be Matthew Stafford. Not that I want him, but he can. Not that I want him, but not that he's a little bit. I think he's a little bit better than fucking Jimmy G. Couldn't hurt. But I think they should either draft a good quarterback, or I don't know, maybe keep Jimmy G for another year, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt and actually doesn't suck in 2021. But we'll see. And that's that. That's all I got to say about that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna maybe have a late night snack with the missus, and that'll be that. And that's it. So my final rating for AEW Dynamite tonight, I gave it 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment down below in the comment section of the video. And if you want to talk to me off YouTube about the show, you can hit me up on Twitter at my Twitter link down below. And also can hit me up via follow me on Twitter, and now follow me on Instagram at my handle, which is down below, at TheGodOfMetal99. So send me a message on Instagram. We'll talk a little bit about wrestling, and hit me up via Twitter with a tweet or a direct message. We'll talk. And if you have any questions, feel free. That's all. That's all I got to say about that, about the world of professional wrestling. Yeah, that's that. So like I said, what the hell? Okay. All right. TV's doing something weird. All right. Once again, 25 out of 10 stars for Dynamite tonight. And we'll see what happens next week on the Christmas show for AEW Dynamite and also for NXT. And I'll talk about NXT hopefully tomorrow night when I get home from work. And that's it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you smash that like button to death. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and subscribe to all my other channels, which are in the description box. And share the video all over the internet. But don't forget to tap that bell and get notified of when I do my videos, so you don't miss a beat. Because if you do, you miss out. If you miss out, well, fuck you. And that's that. All right. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore, as always, your sexy host and your Universal Champion of the world. Yeah. That's it. So that's it. So I'm your Universal Champion and your sexy beast. Shut up. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Have a great rest of your late Wednesday night. If you're in the Northeast, dig out tomorrow. Be safe going on the roads, going wherever you have to go. And hopefully you have a great Thursday. And that's all I gotta say about that.
All right, say goodbye already.
Eat shit. All right. I will shut up before Rosa chokes me out. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off. Peace, bitches.